Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setup for today. So yesterday we had a pretty solid rally, and it looks like we have started rounding. Now, I would expect some kind of a pullback. Now, we did get the first pullback on Friday, which is basically going into the close. We came back and tagged this previous breakout, and obviously we need a break above this bar for that to be validated on the high time frame of 8 hour that we're on at the moment. So it looks like we're coming back to test that area. There is another level a little bit further down, and then we have an even bigger zone of support a little bit further down than that. My oscillators, and as I said, I will get to those in the coming weeks, but that is indicating that there is a potential turn at the moment. So if we pop down to the 3 hour, there's a couple of things that I want to do. The first thing is definitely not that, but this. First thing I want to do is get that level drawn in. Now, you can see that has been pretty well respected. We've had quite a few touches on it, including Friday, and now we're coming back to that area again. The only level that I do have where I would find support is this breakout here. So we did test it on Friday. It was a great area for a long on Friday, and we are now coming back into this area. So I'm watching this area again. It's these weekly gaps do tend to get closed. Sometimes it takes a day or two, or sometimes it takes a week, but these gaps do get closed, and this is a pretty big gap down at the moment. So volatility is here to stay for a while, so I wouldn't be too worried about that. That's no indication of anything at the moment. What there is here, though, is a potential head and shoulder. So there is a shoulder, there is a head, there is another shoulder. And this would be the neckline here, 13,817. And if you're a bit conservative like me, you'd be looking at that to break out, but a lot of people would be looking at 13,871 as the neckline. Okay, so I'm not entirely convinced that's what's going to happen, because this could also just turn out to be a range. So come down, test the bottom of the range. That's definitely an area I'd be looking to buy into. The one concern that I do have is that we are below the moving average here. So you can see below, above, below, pretty much confusion. And the next thing I want to do is just put that trend line in. Okay, so now that gives me a pretty solid picture of what's going on right now. We are coming up to a trend line, so there will be buyers there. We're coming up to a pretty major, I won't say that big, but it's been well respected. You can see there was a pullback there. Buyers came in. The minute we tagged it, we rallied, and that rally on Friday night was pretty interesting going into the close, because it was 330 points. S&P was a lot better than that. So I think what we do have at the moment is we've got a lot of political noise. There's screaming about impeachment. We've got coronavirus. We've got fears of what's happening. Then we've got the likes of Twitter and those social media components who are sort of blocking accounts, and at the same time changing privacy rules. And so I think there's a lot of fear into what's going to be happening with the likes of Twitter, Facebook, Google, that kind of stuff, where the data that they're collecting and what they can do with the data is pretty mind-blowing. And then the question in everybody's mind is, do we need to be worried about it? So there's a lot of, I think there's going to be a little bit of bouncing around in the tech stocks. Not all of them, but specifically the social media tech stocks. And that is going to impact the US markets as well. The second thing to worry about in the US markets is going to be obviously the stimulus. When is that going to come out, and when will that be signed off? And then third thing that you have is obviously the political noise, and then the fourth thing is the virus. And we're also heading pretty soon into earnings as well. So the jobs number on Friday was really dismal, but the market rallied. Didn't really, just brushed it off and didn't worry about it. So yeah, so there's a lot of confusion, and don't be don't be too scared if you're confused, because I'm just as confused. So the only way to trade this kind of stuff is wait for the pullbacks. Every single trader, every single professional trader is trained to buy the pullbacks. So that is what you're going to see. You're going to see big levels going to be bought. And that's kind of the way I see this. Now, bear in mind that we had this really strong rally and now we've gone sideways. So for me, I'm just going to add another level here. That's our range. Right now, I'm not going to even look at it as a head and shoulders. That's our range. You know, if that does break, then we will come down to the bottom here, which is a head and shoulders target, which is back into this area here. And then I would expect buyers to step in down there. So at the moment, for me, this is exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for a pullback, and we've got this gap up here. Now that's going to be a very juicy trade. So even if we, if we get back down to, let's just say we get back down to that area, and the buyers start coming in, that's a 280 point trade potential. Okay. So anyway, trend is up. I'm looking to buy. We do have a bit of a consolidation triangle forming inside a range. So the buying area is definitely going to be off this 13,800 area, and you got a fairly tight stop, because your top is going to be 13,720. 13,720 I think is a decent one. That's just below this pin bar here. Okay, well, sorry, not pin bar, but this tail. If that gives way, then your next buying opportunity is going to be down here at 13,400. Pretty simple. But I suspect this gap will close. If not today, it'll close sometime in the week. So get ready to buy into this. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so those are the levels. That's pretty much my plan, looking for the opportunity to buy. And whatever you do, just be patient, and also, take your trade, put your trade positions a little bit smaller, or not a little bit, halve your normal trade positions, so that you can actually increase your stop loss. Okay, because this thing is so volatile, anything can happen, and that way you can just protect your capital and keep yourself sane at the same time. Anyway, that's it for me. Hope it helps. Don't forget to like the video, and if you haven't subscribe. We do these videos every single morning. So we put out 4 videos for you every morning, help you set up the charts, and yeah, watch out for the strategy video, which I'll get to doing hopefully this week, and we'll get that out. Okay, that's it for me. Catch up with you guys later. Cheers for now.